Steve Stricker, 2 under 69, birdie, birdie, birdie finish. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I was just hanging around today. Made a, kind of a mental and physical mistake there on number 6, the par 5. Ended up making double. Yeah, and from that point on, I'm 1 over for the day, just trying to get it back and build some momentum. Hit a bad shot at 9, ended up making a great up and down, but played the backside, which that was better. But yeah, I was just trying to right the ship there. It can get going sideways in a U.S. Open pretty quickly, and so just tried to hit the fairways, get them on the greens, and had a couple other opportunities on the back that I didn't make. But I told my brother-in-law Mario, was caddying for me. I just said, let's try to get 1 or 2 coming in the last 3 holes, and I wasn't thinking 3. Maybe I should have been, but yeah, I just wanted to get back to even really for the day and end up birdieing the last 3. So it was a good way to finish the day.
Right now, solo lead. Who knows where you'll be tomorrow? But what can you pull from past experiences, kind of to spur you into the weekend?
Yeah, it's we still got a long ways to go. We're halfway home. We have a jammed up leaderboard. There's a lot of people up there, so it's going to take some great golf this weekend to come out on top. And I've been there, experienced that, so hopefully draw on some of those past experiences, and you just gotta take each shot as it comes. That old cliche, but it really does pertain, especially in a U.S. Open.
After 36 holes in championship conditions, what have you learned about the course?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's difficult, and like I said, if you can get it going good and bad. If you don't hit it in the fairway, the rough is high. All of a sudden you're playing defensive, and so it mentally it's a challenge too. And yeah, it's one of those that you got to have all aspects going.
Right here to Ron.
Steve, you mentioned physical and mental error on 6. Also, can you discuss what happened there in the front 9 versus the back? We've heard Steve Goosen and others talk about the front being a little bit stronger 9.
Yeah, I think the front is probably a little bit more challenging, but I was in a good position. I was 1 under going down 6 and drove it in the right rough and tried to take on probably too much of the bunker and then get it over the bunker. And then I had a really nice lie in the bunker, but I should have, the mental part came, I should have just taken out a wedge. I tried to hit a sand wedge and I had an uphill lie, so I tried to kind of flatten it out a little bit to get some extra yardage on it, and caught it a touch thin and hit it in the lip and went on a down slope, and I should have got it up and down for bogey, but missed a putt there. And yeah, so that, and that happened. So I knew we have some opportunities on the back, to your point, but there are also some dangers on the backside too. You have some holes with water that come into play, some shorter holes, but you got to drive them in the fairway to take advantage of them.
We're going to go to the mic on your right.
Steve, I know you didn't play with Jay Haas today, but over the years, what kind of experiences have you had with him, and what does he have game-wise, temperament-wise, anything like that keeps him competitive?
What did he end up?
He's at -3 for the event.
That's so cool, and I'm a big Jay Haas fan. We all are. He's just a wonderful guy. He's played the tour forever. I've known him for a long, long time. I was an assistant captain for him on the President's Cup year, 1 year over in Korea. He's just a treat to be around, and to see him play well still is really cool. So. Yeah, it's just, there isn't a nicer guy, and to see him up there is pretty cool. I think he's got to be 65 or 6 years old, isn't he? Anybody know?
68.
There you go. Even more impressive. So it's cool to see.
Steve, at the Warren a few years ago, you really got on quite a roll that week. Does this feel perhaps a little more like U.S. Open conditions, or I know it got wet there as well, but
yeah,
maybe just in general?
Yeah, I think the conditions here are a little bit tougher than Warren. Warren was a wonderful golf course. We didn't see that golf course in its toughest conditions till Sunday, probably, where it started to dry out, a little bit of wind. But a very good golf course and challenging too. But right now, I think the rough is tougher here. It's a little bit thicker, and it's kind of right when you miss the edge of the fairway. It's at its thickest. Which here, which for somebody who just misses the fairway is penalized more than the guy who hits it a little bit further offline, and that's the frustrating part. But it's you got to play into the fairway and then onto the green here. It's very challenging.
One more, Brian?
Steve, on the last 3 birdies, we got to see the putt on 18, but could you just describe a little bit what happened on 16, 17, and 18?
Yeah, 16 hit a good drive, had 113 yards to the hole, and just chipped a little wedge in there to about 6 feet. 17, very challenging hole today. The pin's right up in the front neck. 100 and I think it was 100 and low 60s, but it plays downhill quite a bit. I hit an 8-iron, and it was tough trying to get the wind direction there, and it's been tough today. It kind of kicks up like this a little bit and then dies down and then starts to move all over the place. So that was a challenge a little bit today too, and it hit a nice little 8-iron in there underneath the hole and was able to make that. And again, 18, it's all about getting that in the fairway. Difficult driving hole, and I had 150 yards, hit a 9-iron up above the hole, and that was a tricky putt. And Mario helped me on the last couple there just to kind of confirm our reads, and it was nice to see that one go in.
Said one last question. How in general are you feeling? You know, just having bounced back from your health issues.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I think like all of us out here, we're experiencing at this age some sort of aches and pains, and I'm no different. And that's been the challenge since coming back, that I haven't quite gotten rid of those like I was before I had this problem. Mm-hmm. So the guys in the trailer have been helping me and trying to, it showed up a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if it's just because I have played a lot more recently and my body isn't quite strong enough to where it was before, but I think if you asked all the players out here at this age, they're dealing with something, and I'm doing the same.
Well, Steve, really nice playing today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.